Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm ready with another interesting story written by Mrs. Sudha Murthy. The title of the story is Balu's Story. So let's get started friends. Balu is my cousin. In no way is he extraordinary, yet he is very special to me. That is because he can always see the lighter side of any situation, however difficult. When I talk to him, I feel life is so simple and I have been complicating it unnecessarily. Once a friend of mine who was working in a bank was transferred to a small village in a forest area. He was worried about his family, children, their education, etc. He could not resign as he would not have got another job at that age. One day while he had come to my house and was telling me his worries, Balu arrived. He heard the problem and started laughing. If I were you, I would have accepted this happily. You can leave your children with your parents. Grandparents always look after children very well and also teach them better lessons. Is it not true, Sudha? Without waiting for my answer, he continued. Of late, your health has not been good. In this city, it is difficult to go for a walk. The congestion and traffic chokes your throat. The best cure for your problems is to go for a 5-kilometer walk every day. How will you do that here? That is why a village is the best place for you. There are trees everywhere and the air is fresh. Take advantage of this situation and enjoy it. Your wife can visit you once a month and you can come here once. That means you will meet your family twice a month. Sometimes it is better to be away from the family for a while as you get a lot more respect. That is my personal experience, Balu finished in a hushed tone. My friend certainly looked more at ease after listening to Balu's speech. That is the way Balu speaks. If somebody fails in the exam, Balu has a ready-made consolation. In life, some failures are essential. Repeated success makes a person arrogant, whereas occasional failures are essential to become mature. Have you not heard the famous words? Try and try again. You will succeed at last. Don't fail next time. Start studying now. Parents don't always like this advice of his, but it goes down very well with the students. Another cousin of mine, Prasad, is always complaining. People cheat me a lot. I want to help everybody, but people take advantage of me. Balu was ready with a clever answer. There was a person who used to complain the whole day from morning to evening that he had a headache, a stomach ache, or a leg pain. I asked him, show me where you are aching. He pointed all over his body with a finger. Then I told him, you have a pain in your finger and not in the other parts of the body. Prasad, when you say everyone is cheating you and taking advantage of you, then you have a problem, not others. Balu is a good narrator, and once he starts describing something, he forgets the time. That is the reason why he is very popular with children. He exaggerates his stories, is never punctual, but still I enjoy his company. He is not cunning and would never hurt anyone. He can live without food, but not without talking. His children have all grown up now and done well in life. Balu jokes about this too. They have done well because I did not help them in studies. He can laugh as much at himself as at others. Balu has travelled to many places. He has a story to tell about every place he has visited. But I usually take them with a pinch of salt. His son works in the US. When he had a baby, he invited his parents to the US for a year. Before Balu left, the whole village knew he was going abroad. After he came back, he summoned everyone in the village under the big banyan tree and said, I want to describe my experiences in the US. Today, going abroad is not anything great, but not too many people from our village had gone. The ones who had gone did not describe their stay there in too many details. They just said that is a different country with a different value system. But Balu was not like that. He started describing his stay in Leslie from the day he arrived. I knew Balu's nature, but before he went to tell all the villagers his stories under the banyan tree, I told him, you don't have control on your tongue. Anybody can make out that you're telling a lie. There is a method to describe and a limit to exaggeration. If you want to say some boy is tall, you can say he's perhaps 6 feet 4 inches in height, but you will say the boy is 10 feet tall, which is not possible. People make fun of you. Do not underestimate villagers. They know about America. They have seen it on TV. Balu did not argue. He said, I agree. But when I start talking, I lose control over my tongue. Exaggeration has become a habit with me. Will you do me a favor? When I start exaggerating, you pull my shirt, then I will understand and I will correct myself immediately. We agreed. Balu started describing New York City with its tall buildings, but one of the villagers got up and said, we have seen this city many times on TV after 11th September. Don't exaggerate. Tell us something about their methods of agriculture, their fodder, grass, etc. Then we can compare them to our ways. Balu said, oh, I saw their fields in the grass. The grass was almost 5 feet tall. I pulled his shirt. He realized he was talking too much. Immediately he said, no, the grass is very thin. Somebody asked, what do you mean very thin? It was as thin as a hair's width. Again I pulled his shirt. But I was so exasperated that I pulled it very hard and it tore. Balu for once did not know what to say, but I could hear people talking. After all, it is Balu's version of America. The real America must be very different. Balu's wife is very quiet, which is understandable. If two people talk too much, it can get difficult to live together. Once she was unwell and had a very high fever. Balu talks a lot, but in such a situation, he gets scared easily. He was very worried and called me up. Get a doctor immediately. My wife is running a very high temperature. What do you mean by very high temperature? How much is it? Oh, it must be about 500 degrees. Then you must not call a doctor. You better call a firefighter. Kindly check with the thermometer. It must not be more than 106 degrees. Once we were sitting and chatting when a stranger entered. Many people are aware that Infosys Foundation helps students to study further if they do not have the funds. With help from the foundation, many children have graduated and stood on their own feet. Whenever I am in villages, people of such children come and see me after talking to them. If I feel the case is genuine, we help them. This stranger had come with a similar request. I had a detailed talk with him and was convinced his son needed help. I told him, after I go back to my office, I will send you the check. Balu called me aside and said, how can you say that? Do you know what may happen tomorrow? Will you remember your promise? There is a gap between today evening and tomorrow morning. Life is uncertain. Anything can happen. If you want to give anything, you must give immediately. Time is never in your hands. On the contrary, all of us are living at the mercy of time. Balu, I don't have a checkbook with me. That is your mistake. You must carry a checkbook and cash when you travel for this purpose. Many times poor people may not even have an account in the post office or bank. I always thought Balu was only an uneducated, hilarious comic man. But I was wrong. He taught me a great lesson. When donating, don't think twice or put it off for another day. Nobody has conquered time. Time is not in anybody's hand. A wonderful story, friends, and many lessons to learn too. In this story, we come to know about people like Balu, who are hilarious, comic, and who have a different perspective towards life. And they try to make us think about the advantages or different angles of a particular situation, which is very much needed because all of us can't think in the same way. People like Balu help us to look at the different angles, different perspectives in a particular situation, and also the brighter side of any situation, and how what are the advantages and what are the things we can learn from it, which is a very good lesson for us.